MTN SME Hub. Link to growth, link to success, link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome back to the Big Small Business Show. In studio with us today, we've got Andrew Ludwig. He's the co-founder and CEO of Currency Hub. And we've been talking about something I know very little about, which is crypto, and something I know even less about, which is trading. If you want to know where the market's going to go, ask me and just do the opposite. That's I think, a very good strategy. All right, so the question really is around scale in this environment. And I don't think, having set up my credentials in both trading and currency trading or trading, I think I want to talk about at a conceptual level, okay, not at the specifics, because I don't know your industry and I don't pretend to know. So for me, the question is, you've got a burning platform. I'm simplifying it forget what industry. You've got a burning platform, you've got a sword of Damocles, and with the burning platform is the reducing margin, and it feels like there's a certain threshold beyond which it won't decline or decline much slower. And you've got the sword of Damocles, in other words, can regulation change, and then it's all over. But what you do have, if I was thinking about this, I would think about, well, what do I have? And what I have, that's why I was asking the question of how many clients, is I've got a client base that trusts me. That's implicit in the fact that if they keep reinvesting in you. So the question I would ask there would be, on average, how many times do they give their money back to you once you've returned? And my guess is it's probably quite high. So that implies trust. So I've got a trusting client base that I serve. So that's very, very valuable, because that is the basis of brand. Okay. So I'm looking at the name Currency Hub, and that to me is, well, then we were talking about, you didn't say cryptocurrency hub, you're talking about currency hub. But that's also quite restrictive for me, because it means that you're trading just in currency, whether it's crypto or fiat or whatever the case may be. But it's in currency. So that means that I'm going to be known as the currency or cryptocurrency guys, which for me feels a little restrictive now, because I'd want to break out of that. So for me, I would start building a broader name. And so Currency Hub would fall as a subset of that, and start to build that out now for hopefully not the inevitability of something else, but if that should happen, that you've got another brand out there that you've built over time that weighs in on the current trust. You're part of the thing, is associative trust. But in the event that sword does fall, you can move over more deliberately to the other brand that you built over time. So that's the first thing I would start to do, is to think about what is that brand, and how do I then associate the two? Because you've got something going now, which is still generating trust. I wrote brand and reputation. So you've got to move the reputation across to this new brand as well. So that comes into all your communication, needs to start including this other brand in it, because people have to associate the bigger brand with the smaller brand now. Or you need to flip the script on which is the bigger brand, because right now the bigger brand is Currency Hub, and there's probably product names underneath that you're going to trade in this product. I'm assuming that you're going to, there might be a product name in that type of trade. I don't know if you do or don't, but there might be. Then to me, it's about building a portfolio of products. So once you've built that other brand, so you've taken across build the brand, build a reputation, I would start to dabble in using your the assets that you do have, which is the people, the reputation, the technology, and think about applying that in this broader environment. There must be an opportunity for that. It might not be an arbitrage. It might be an arbitrage. It might be arbitraging a completely different thing. And if it is, that would be a good thing. So let me follow that thinking. if your second move is also arbitrage, then you're known as the arbitrage guys. Okay. And you're good at this arbitrage, you're building that arbitrage, and you leverage your reputation around arbitrage to the second product. If the second product that sits under the other brand is not arbitrage, it's another form of trading, then I think you've got a harder ride to prove that you can replicate I wouldn't suggest the same returns, because it feels like you've got something right going good here, but there is a return. And so then I would perhaps talk about a safety, maybe either convenience, safety, some other label attached to the second type of trading. But I would definitely start to build out that competency, because and you know that the regulation changes, it's all over, and then all of you go and find you all have a ching, and then you say, well, it was good while it lasted, and move on to your careers, having built your personal reputations. But if you're trying to keep the business intact, then I would move that all across. And then to me, it would be around the last thing here that I've written down is diversity. Okay. So then it is now with a very deliberate diversity strategy that you're trying to be diverse, hopefully all in arbitrage. But if not, then it's got to be in returns. If I think of Allon Gray as an example, I'm not a big investor, but Allon Gray has built a reputation. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, because I don't trade. But I certainly, as an outsider, look into that brand and go, it's long term, it's mature hands, it's lots of grey hair, it's people that don't follow anything gimmicky. They're just going to get you a return. That kind of brand reputation is what you want to take across, and you want to take it across in the diverse portfolio. And I'm just going to belabor this again. If you don't make that move now, it's a pure gamble. You're waiting for that sort of. And please God, it never falls. But I would not sleep personally well at night knowing that everything I'm building one day might just all evaporate. And so there's much more pressure in terms of your strategy on thinking about what you invest in now into the future and what you don't, because you could lose it all. So you're always short-term thinking in terms of how you're building. And that is from somebody who knows nothing about crypto nor trading. That is my view. I hope that gave you some things to think about.
Thanks, Allon.
Thank you. And that's it for today's show. Do remember, if you think it, write it down and make it a reality.
The Big Small Business Show, proudly sponsored by MTN Business.